Welcome to the Stars and Cards Lounge.
I'm Elana from Searchlight Tarot.
What you laughing at? What you laughing at?
I'm laughing at life. Life is a joy.
I'm Eric from Biggie Astrology. She loves to laugh, and it's infectious, right, you guys? She makes me laugh when she laughs.
I laugh at myself too much as well. I just think life can be
healthy.
We take a step back.
Live longer. It's really good for you. Everybody should be laughing with us. And you guys, today we are rocking October 10th through the 12th. It's going to be a fun weekend. Are you guys ready for a Gemini Cancer Moon weekend? You're going to pull some cards. We'll talk about the astrology energy. And then we've got a little fun Friday night excursion for you guys we're going to talk about. And we'll get to the fifth house in astrology. Everybody go run, get your birth charts. Hit pause, come back, go get your birth charts. We're going to talk about the fifth house. Okay. So what are you giving us? You giving us tarot? Are you giving us oracle? What you giving us?
I am doing the wisdom of the oracle cards today.
Okay.
And I'm just going to pull a few cards for the energies. Gemini Cancer energy, huh? It's going to be a very, very beautiful.
And we're winding down. When we come back to you guys on Monday, we'll get into the third decan, which is the Libra Gemini decan. But this weekend, we're winding down the Libra Aquarius decan. There's 3 decans in each sign. And it goes from 0 to 9, 10 to 19, and 20 to 29 degrees.
Okay. The 10th through the 12th.
Yes,
what
ma'am.
oracles do you want to show the collective today? What do I need to see? What messages do you have for everyone? Thank you. All right. I would love 3 cards, please. Strongest messages you would like to say to the collective here with Eric and I today. Thank you. I'll do one more. Anything else? Thank you. I got 4 cards.
Oh, 4 cards.
Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, I'm just
going to go with now she's got 4 cards. What happened here?
4 cards.
I'm confused.
Now, I'm going to read the cards, and then I'm going to tell you what I feel it means, and they want to say to you. I got the never-ending story. There's just some things in life we just keep going through. Source wants me to tell you, can you remember to breathe? Like, I know a lot of people are going through a lot of difficult trials and errors right now with what we see going on in the world, our life. Yeah. You guys, we have to breathe. Meaning, let go of it. Let it go. Okay? They gave you no place like home, and then they gave you soulmates. And I feel Source is saying that maybe we need to get into our own heart space with the people that matter most to us.
Yes.
You know, everybody that we meet and everybody that we connect to on a higher level is our soulmate. And everybody we meet in life is actually a part of our tribe.
Yeah.
But we have to realize that it teaches us something about our heart home, our compassion, our understanding. And I feel with this Cancer Gemini energy, Source is telling me, get into yourself and the people that you care about. Let go of the excessive things you keep putting yourself through from situations that are out of your control.
I love that. And it's so funny that you got those cards, because when you're talking about breathing, Gemini rules the lungs.
And they're also the lovers. You know, it's like the soulmates. It's like
They
choices
are.
we have to make about the people we connect with, right?
They are the Latin lovers.
Latin, but they're definitely.
No, they're the lovers for everybody. But yes, so, you know, that's perfect, because as we come in, right, on the 10th, Friday, with this Gemini moon, it is immediately in a grand air trine. So communication is so intense. It's conjunct Uranus. So there could be some electrical charges and downloads and little like tingles in your body. So just kind of like give yourself a little back massage, neck massage. But with the grand air trine, the Libra, that's going to be a little bit later on Saturday. But what we're talking about is Uranus, Pluto, and then you have the Libra. And remember, we'll see it later on. We'll talk about it.
Remember to breathe.
Well, not just breathe, but Venus is getting ready to leave Virgo, and it's going to be at home, sweet home in Libra. But when you said the home, that made me think of Sunday, because the Cancer moon, Cancer is all about home.
Yeah,
right?
you are.
And so we're going to have that feeling of nurturing and caring and supporting your mom and just her memory, the roots, your ancestors. If your mom's passed away, like both of ours, you know what I mean? Just honoring and remembering your mom. And even though it's not chilly yet, sometimes you could even in the summer or even autumn have like a nice warm bowl of soup, or actually chili over some nice rice. But things that make you feel nostalgic will be really good. Remember, we're still dealing with a lot of this intense energy. Mars is in Scorpio, and so is Mercury. And we're coming off this Mercury square Pluto energy. So there's still a lot of information coming up and details and research about a lot of the drama out there, a lot of truth on top of lie. So just go within. And this could be a good weekend. If you haven't watched it all, catch up on and watch, because even though the date may be past, there's still energy to receive. Go through and watch the Stars and Cards Lounge catalog, because each episode has got its own soul and life to it that can really pour into you. So go do that with Mars and Mercury and Virgo, right? Exploring the occult knowledge. You got that with us, right? And but have a good one. And like you said, friends and family, right? Get
People
into
that make
that heart space. It's going to be beautiful.
and even if you have nostalgia of people that you were connected to, but you're not connected to anymore, remember they played a very important part of your life.
Yeah.
They taught you a lot about you and your stepping stones. And doesn't it all lead us somewhere more beautiful? It really does, if you look at the bigger picture.
I'm in gratitude because I think about, even, I'm married, happily married. But when I think about old girlfriends, it's not like, oh, I miss them. I think about, you know what? She actually made me a better man and taught me something about myself. So
Agreed.
that's okay. Like, to when you think of nostalgia, and sometimes it's just like games and hanging out with your family and your cousins and, different vacations. This is that weekend, you guys, to really tap in with that. There's going to be a lot of can't even speak, communication Friday and Saturday. A lot of talkie, walkie. So get into that. And Saturday, you're going to find, especially in the evening, there's going to be some kind of like challenges when the moon squares Saturn. So what I would do is, if you're feeling restrictions, maybe do some journaling Saturday night. It can help you just to release like what's getting bogged up in your head.
I was going to say something when you brought that up. I was going to say that Gemini is the inquisitive air energy. And I feel that if your mind starts taking you off in different places, there's always a reason. Maybe there's something you need to look at to teach yourself about you a little bit. Because our inquisitive air sometimes takes us in a direction where, like, why am I going down there? Look back at it, and maybe you'll see something new about yourself today.
No, I like that. That's so true. That is very true. Gemini brains they're freaking incredible, man.
A million miles an hour.
My 16-year-old, he like sometimes it's just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's, and I marvel at it, because as a Virgo, my brain's fast like that, but I don't necessarily dispense it and release it. It's more internal.
Yeah.
Virgo is the feminine mutable earth sign. Gemini is the masculine mutable air sign. So it's like, right? Their thoughts, because as soon as they get the thought, they're spitting it out.
Or Aquarius gets the thought and we just hold on to it and think about it for a second. We're just like, wait a minute.
And Libra wants to share their thoughts with others.
I know. So Aries, this is such a different element with all of us, just like Earth. But you guys, this is going to actually be a nice weekend. And I just feel that you need to get into your own heart space. And if you have a time this weekend where you're getting into a little bit of nostalgia and, whatever, get back into your own heart space and look at everything as such a bigger picture and how it made you who you are today in a beautiful way.
And I just want to say, happy birthday, Libras. How you guys been doing? I hope the Libras are doing good. It's your season. I hope you're enjoying it and having fun. You're going to be feeling even a little bit nicer come the 14th, because Venus is coming into your sign. And, Venus is your ruler. You're ruled by Venus. So that's going to be really nice for the Libras. But I just want to send out that birthday love. Wait a minute. Now, somebody in the comments, we had somebody from Canada. He shot out his Toronto Blue Jays against my Yankees. and we got to give much love to Virgo Animal Whisperer.
Oh, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Yvonne, yes.
Okay, so she is just so dedicated, and I read all of her comments. I read everybody's comments.
Laurie. Yeah, Laurie is too.
Yeah, and Larry's turn, and just so many people. But and our friend from Glasgow.
I know I read them. You guys, we read all the comments.
And I just thank you guys. It's actually fun. And I love that you guys are learning when we do the houses and the tarot cards. And we're going to give you more of that. And people had some great suggestions. So we will be integrating them.
There's a lot of things we got coming up. Now, I just want to say something that, because he is explaining the houses in astrology, and really quick, for those of you who don't know tarot, I've gone over how many major arcanas there are. And so when the major arcanas end with 21, the world, the first 0 is the Fool. So it's actually our life journey. So the Fool has no baggage, just takes those leaps of faith. It has no wisdom. It has nothing. It just goes on its journey. So then we start the journey of all the cards and how life starts to beat us down and how to get over it. It's really interesting.
And can I ask you then, does the Fool connect to any astrological energy?
It's Aries. And Aquarius. Quick thinking. So
Great.
It's like Aries is just that carefree, I'm just going to do it. And then it's also Aquarius energy, like, you know what I mean? We're seeing it's just thinking about, it's the two energies together, work together to push you off on your new journey.
I love that. And it's so funny because in astrology, how I break down those two signs in particular, Aries is like the childhood genius and Aquarius is like the old veteran genius.
Right, exactly.
So that's second
blend. It's a great blend, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really great. Okay, awesome. So it's Friday, the day of the planet Venus. So we figured we'd have some fun, and we're going on a double date. Who are you guys picking? So you have to pick your date partner. Okay, and I want you guys to put in the comments. A lot of you guys do, but some people just say, "Oh, thank you," whatever. But I want everybody to write it in. So pick who you're going on the date with. And then the other couple, because you don't want to be with some crazy couple that's arguing. So you got to match the other couple nicely too, in terms of who you want to have fun with. You're probably going to a restaurant. You may go to a lounge. Maybe you go to the Stars and Cards lounge afterwards.
Hang on.
Nice lounge to be at. Some good music.
How many of you people believe in aliens?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm a big alien belieer. I know.
The aliens are here. We are the aliens.
They look at us and like those stupid humans. But anyway, yeah. So
you can imagine they got to be pretty irritated with us with the dumb stuff we do here on planet Earth.
I'm almost 100% positive they're beyond irritated with us. But anyway, we'll get into that another day. But so I'm going on a double date and you're going on a double date. Now I have a spouse, so I'm not going to go say there's somebody from my past I'd want to be with. I would definitely want to be with my spouse because we're such a great blend. You know what I mean? So myself, I'm an Aquarius. My spouse is a Taurus.
Okay,
I know
so
you guys
that's Taurus, your date. Right? That's your couple, Aquarius, Taurus. Now, who's the other couple? What sign? What signs?
Well, I got to keep somebody to keep me amused, and I got to keep somebody to keep the Taurus amused.
And be in mind, right? Remember, you and the Taurus, that's two fixed energies. Two stubborn people.
Well, if two people know how to work together and are ready to grow and evolve, it's actually a beautiful blend.
No, I'm not saying it's not, but you guys are like, you want things your way. Keep it
right.
real.
Well, we'll be eating at the finest restaurant, of course, because Taurus is going to pick it out. But
you're going to be at a good restaurant with Taurus.
And Taurus is going to pick up the check. Now, order what you want.
Thanks, Taurus.
We're going to go with a Sagittarius, because there's going to be good stories here, but I need somebody.
Who's going to deal with them?
No, I need somebody for good for good combo. I think a Capricorn.
A Cap with a Sag?
I think, Sagittarians got a lot to learn from Capricorns, and Capricorns got a lot to learn from Sagittarius.
I like that.
And the 4 blend right there will bounce off of each other. Because I'll give everybody a fresh way to look at something. Taurus will be structured and grounded, and Capricorn will get with the Taurus because they'll start talking finances and money, and they'll hit. But, me and the Sag will be in our own little environment, and I think it would be just a funny blend. It would be hilarious, to be honest with you.
I like that.
I think it would be a really good blend.
And you're probably going to have the full courses, because with Taurus and Capricorn, the tip should be good, and you're going to have dessert, the appetizers, the this, the that. Like, you're going to be at the restaurant shutting it down all night. You might not make it to the Stars and Cards Lounge on time.
That's actually a good. I really do feel that Sagittarians, even though I know Libra's a good match for them, I know that Gemini could be a really good match for him, but I think Sagittarians would have a lot to learn from Capricorns and vice versa.
Yeah.
Just like me, I have a lot to learn from Taurus, and Taurus has a lot to learn from me.
Well, you know, it's so funny, right? They say that like the sign after you, right, is the sign you learn from, and the sign before you is the sign you're supposed to teach. So
wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
okay.
it's really fascinating. So, you know, and I've seen that in my life. I've learned a lot from Libras, and I've tried to teach Leos, but they don't always receive it. So, but that's okay. So, all right, I like that for it. And okay, for me, I'm like you, right? I'm married to a Pisces, so I'm going to take my Pisces.
Of course you are.
And I'm trying to think, who do I want to like for fun, an event,
conversation.
I'm going to pick an interesting couple. So I definitely want to go with an Aries. And because you know what I like about Aries? When you bring up new information, if they are not familiar with it and don't know it, they're like, what? You know, the ears perk up, and then they're like, okay. And then they'll be on their phone and they'll search it real quick. And he's like, are you talking about this? You know, like my Aries buddy's like that. And he's just like amazing. He goes quick to the phone. Oh, I've seen this before. I've heard about this. There's an article about it. And and I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Aries, a Virgo.
So Aries, and then
who's with the Aries?
Okay, Aries, Pisces, Virgo. So we got fire, earth, and water. Who am I bringing? I could go with air, but I could Aries. No, you know what? I'm going to bring a Leo.
I was going to say, I knew you were
the fire,
Leo.
and I'm going to bring a Leo because this is going to be a night of just laughter. You know, they're going to be like, they're going to invite the next couple over. Oh, we'll just bring the chairs. Come on over here. Come on over here. We got room for 8 people. You know, and like we're going to.
You know, my mom was a Leo and my dad was an Aries. It was. I had a great upbringing. There was something funny always going on in the house.
I bet that's right. Your parents were trying Aries and Leo. That's nice. So that's my 4. We're gonna have a good time, and then when we roll up in the Stars and Cards Lounge after we eat, I mean, listen, the Leo's gonna be like, "I'm here with my friends," and we're coming in. And somebody wrote in there. They said, Eric, you're right about the Leo with the ayahuasca. They would be like, nah, because they want to keep it cool. They're not trying to like get all sloppy and messy. So I saw your comment. Thank you. Because it's true. Like Leos, they're like diapers. Leo's like, get out of here with that.
Yeah. There's so many
things. Look too good. I ain't doing that. Yeah. So I think that you guys share with us your date night. Remember Friday, you guys. Friday is chocolates, but it's date night. So get some flowers for your loved one and have a good time. But guess what? Even if you're single and you're not doing anything, get something nice for yourself.
Absolutely. Go buy yourself some flowers.
Yeah, treat yourself. Like it's always important, you know. I used to, you know, when I was single, Elana, I remember I would always say to myself, each year for my birthday and Christmas, I'm going to get myself one present. So that way, no matter what anybody else does for me, I know that I got at least one present that I truly love because I got it for myself.
Yeah, I know. And it's very hard being single, especially during your birthday and
holidays.
I dealt with it, you guys. I know it. And
it's not easy.
But you know what? After a while, you start to love yourself and you start to realize, and when you guys get into that energy, I'm just going to say to you, you really do start to attract new things into your life from all angles. But you got to learn to love yourself and be with yourself. And don't ever go from one relationship to another. It's the worst thing you can do. Like people heal through other relationships. Like they just broke up with somebody, so they think they're going to hop on this bus and that bus. You're not going to do the healing you need to do to move yourself past and attract your next person in line to meet you.
I love that. So before we get to the 5th house in astrology, we'll end with that. I'll pick a number. Let's learn about a tarot card of the week or the tarot card of the day.
You've been picking some real winners. I think it was Sabria. I think it was one of our subs. Sabria, our subs, who said, when I saw the card you picked last time, which was the Tower, and the look on my face, she thought I picked the Vulture.
Okay, so between 1 and 9 or 1 and 10, I'm gonna give you a good number. Let's see. I gave you one time. So far I've picked like I think of
Doesn't
7.
matter. I think you should go because my cards are shuffling while you're thinking about it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my pick. I want number 4, the Uranus number.
Okay.
The age of Aquarius.
Got 1, 2,
2,
3, and card number 4.
4.
Picking some.
Mira,
You're really
hablando
picking some words
español.
lately.
Sí.
It's the 3 of Swords.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Heartbreak, despair, going through something in your life that has just taken away all your emotion in your heart. We've all been here, and this is a time to realize that there's things we go through in life that we have to learn to put the past behind us. And no matter what you're going through, this too shall pass. Trust me, my mother, and she used to brainwash me with that. I'm like, don't tell me what I should feel. I'm going through something right now. And you know what?
Everybody's mom used to say that. This too shall pass.
He was right. This too shall pass. And then I look back at it and I moved on. And then the person from the past would come back and I'd be like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Because I found something better or something. But this is just getting out of your own way with the emotion. It's a toughie, you guys, but you got to do the inner healing. So there's a reason he chose the 3 of Swords. And maybe there's some people out there going through some heartbreaks right now or something that emotionally drained them. You have to remember that you need to nurture your heart and nurture your healing. And it's okay to cry. Crying is the best way to release things from your soul. And whatever you go through in life, it really does pass. It does.
And you want to heal before you go back out there because
we just talked about that. That is so weird.
Yeah.
So maybe there's somebody watching us today that needs to.
Yeah, we and that's why that card, like, look, there are no accidents. So really listen, like, take the time to find out what you did wrong in the last relationship. Don't just be the victim and blame the other partner. It takes two to tango. So we all have to. I can remember I had to get tough on myself. And I realized, like, this one girlfriend that I had, and I'm thinking, like, you know, what was it? What was it? And then I was just like, I was a little too heavy-handed. I was too smothering. And so I had to be tough on Eric and say, okay, that's okay. I just cared about her. You know, it wasn't like I was a terrible person. I just was a little too smothering. So then I learned from that experience.
And I want to say one thing. Do not, when you go through a bad relationship or a breakup or anything, please, when we're in love, we all do stupid things. Please don't beat yourself up. Please don't go, oh, I was so stupid. Oh, how could I allow that to happen? Because at that time, there was something that you had to learn about yourself and the thing that was most important to you in your heart. So this too shall pass. Release.
There's always a reason, right? There's always a reason. There's something to learn from any connection, any relationship.
But do the healing first before.
Please.
And like I think we talked about last episode, if you had a recent relationship that ended or something, get all that shit out of your house. Get it in a box, get rid of all those text messages, anything on your phone. How can we invite something new in our lives if we don't get rid of the old?
You got to clear the space.
You deserve only the best. And you need to straighten your crown and know you deserve only the best.
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you, you got to clear your space so you can kiss a new face.
Or you got to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince.
I'm going to give you the rock. I'm going to give you the
or
rock.
princess.
frog it, ribbit. But seriously, that's really great. So can I ask you, though, the 3, you said it's the 3 of Swords?
Yes.
What sign would that connect to?
Really want my personal opinion?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay. No, that's good.
Listen, everybody goes through. Swords is always air energy, but in all reality, who does not connect with that? There's been a lost loved one, somebody you broke up with, a lost pet.
So it's more of a general energy. It's not specific to just one sign.
It's just learning to heal yourself and learning to love yourself and accept the situation and be grateful for whatever good experiences you've had with it and letting go of it and realizing that this pain too shall pass.
Well, that's really powerful that we got that with Libra season because Libras are all about relationships. So this is an important card, an important time and lesson.
For everybody, really. I mean, you have to learn that. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Did you come back? Did you hit unpause? Are you ready for your Cinco, the 5th house in the natal birth chart on astrology? All right, let's talk about it. So we're going to start off with the medical aspect. The 5th house, you guys, is your heart, right? The heart chakra, but it's also your back, not the spine. That's the 10th house. We'll get there. Be patient, be patient. So the 5th house is creativity, your hobbies, the high school, college years. What do we do in high school and college? We study history. So it's ancient history. The fifth house is also dating, romance, and
I was just going to say that.
fun sex.
Well,
Okay?
you start to get know.
Yeah, that's the high school, colleges, right? So you're exploring, you're going to concerts, performances, shows. It's speculative gains. Oh, I've got my own business on Shopify, Etsy, or eBay, or I want to be a singer. I want to be an actress. I want to be a star, mama, right? Whatever. That's the fifth house. It's the stage. Political discussion and debate, not the actual politicians. We see those in the 11th house. The fifth house is the stage. It's day trading in the stock market. It's crypto. The fifth house is also gambling, lottery, and fantasy sports. So, right, you had a fifth house experience when you went to Vegas last week. Right?
So what if my fifth house is in Aquarius?
If it's in Aquarius, your fifth house, you may really love to learn about crypto, astrology, numerology. You are definitely someone
the occults and inquisitive for the future of the money.
Yes, the metaphysics, all that. But you're someone that could be really into in high school and college. You may love IT, AI, science. You can get into research, medicine. You could have, because the fifth house is also your children, your first child could have an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or that energy. Okay. So the sign's very important. The fifth house also is past life karma. So if you have Aquarius there, which you don't personally, but if you did have Aquarius there, you could, be someone that in a past life, you were all into the astrology, the human design, numerology, right?
We got to get into that one day, talking about past life and karma and what I know.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to do an episode on that.
Oh, Akashic Records. I can bring those up quickly.
Okay. We're going to have to talk about that. Because for you, the fifth house is Aries, right? So for you, you can be impulsive sometimes if you're gambling, or assertive. You're like, give me those dice. And you're like, give me them lucky sevens for hot mama.
I just take that leap of faith, and sometimes I'm lucky and sometimes I'm not.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this. Here's a little trick for you guys. If you're a Pisces rising right now, Jupiter's in your fifth house of Cancer, there could be some pregnancies. So, hopefully if you're planning it, and then if you don't want it, make sure you plan not to. Okay. So Pisces risings, Jupiter's in Cancer. Jupiter, when it transits the fifth house, Elena, it can bring abundance, and that can bring more kids. Now, the fifth house also, right? The sign there may show you, like for you, right? Aries. For me, it's Pisces. So that could show exactly. Here's the example, right? I am. I don't necessarily do it anymore, but I'm a professional actor. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. I used to do television, film, and theater. And so that's Pisces, right? Pisces is connected to film, right? Creativity, poetry. I'm an MC. I've got 2 hip hop albums, 4 mixtapes. So there's an example how Pisces plays out for me in the fifth house. Right?
Interesting. So that makes a lot of sense. Now I think about, if you're going back to your high school years, and Aries was in my fifth house.
Did you ever date an Aries? In high school?
What? I never have dated an Aries, but I have a lot of Aries friends. But you know what? I always just took that leap of faith. If it was something I really wanted, I didn't think a second about it. I just did it.
It's also your heart, like whatever lights you up. It's about your joy, your fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That's interesting. That's fascinating, actually.
And that's so fascinating when I think about it for me, because with Pisces there, I used to escape all the time into movies. I was a movie addict before I even became a professional actor. I mean, I'm going to date myself. Remember VCRs and VHSs? I had every movie on VHS. Back to the Future, this one, that one, like all the movies.
Yeah, but all these people out here right now are looking at their fifth house.
Thinking, look at your fifth house.
Until it takes you back to high school and where you were then, like you're.
No, it really does. But also it can show like how you like your entertainment, right? For me, Pisces, I want stuff that's really creative, very magical, poetic. You know what I mean? Like that's like very film noir, right? With you with the Aries, you may want something that's like, I want it now. Like I want something quick. Like give me a
That's me.
Yeah, this show. I want this, that. I want to go to this place, that place. Blah, 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 you know what I mean? And so it's very fascinating. You could learn a lot about learning your fifth house. And just so you guys know, the first house to the fifth house is a trine, 120-degree angle. So it's going to share the same element. So, right, I'm a Scorpio rising. So Pisces, they're both water signs. That makes that same element the fifth house. Elana, Sagittarius rising, Aries fifth house. Both fire signs, right? So you see how that works? So, yeah, so bring up your chart and really look at it. And the fifth house, you know what's really cool about it too? You can see, like, you know, maybe you could win a lottery. You know, if you got certain planets there, like if in the
get my chart.
Yeah, Jupiter, you got Jupiter there, like go get you a scratch off.
But you know what? This is so weird that you even brought that up. And this is good conversation for everyone. My spouse and I, who is a Taurus, but we were looking at what would happen because where I live in Texas, they have lottery. And I never played lottery in Las Vegas because we didn't have it. But we talked about what would happen if we won the Powerball and won. So we started watching some YouTube videos. It's a freaking utter nightmare. They were telling, you know, all these were professional lawyers and accountants and so forth. They were saying, you got to change everything. You got to change where you live. You got to get yourself off social media. You got to hire an accountant attorney. You got to hire.
Oh, yeah. It could be
my God.
kind of dangerous.
Is that worth that nightmare? You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden, all these people out of the woodwork are finding you. And guess what? Your life is about to change, and it's going to change. I don't know. I don't want to win that kind of money. I'm telling you the truth. I do not. I have no desire to.
Yeah, I have heard that it brings more trouble, but just those little local scratch-offs where you could win like $20, $200, $100, that's fine.
You're lucky on them. Yeah.
Those scratch-offs.
I spend like $1,000 and win 20, and I'm happy. I'm a sore loser. I only buy like two $10 tickets once a week, and then I usually kind of win. So I'm been pretty good. I'm up on it, but I have fun with that because I'm kind of like that adventurous spirit. But you know, I think that if you put the energy into like, oh, I'm gonna win, don't do that. Just say whatever happens, I know it's gonna be the best for me.
I love that. So you guys comment down below. Let me know what sign you have in the fifth house. If you have any questions, I'll answer it. But yeah, that's the fifth house in astrology in your natal birth chart. And just so you know, that's your children in general, but specifically, it's the energy of your first child. So check out your kid. Now, remember, like,
what if you don't have kids?
If you don't have kids, that's fine. It still can speak about the inner child in you.
Yeah.
And your high school, college years. So it's because it's also, remember, what lights you up? How do you express? Because it's your self-expression.
That's interesting. It really is. So if you have a Scorpio in your fifth house, I would take it that you're more secretive and more.
Yeah, and you could also be someone that's like very
sexually exploring,
like a detective over your children. Like,
well, and also, you know, Scorpios are very sexual creatures at that age.
But you have to be careful with Scorpio. There, you could date somebody that is very possessive of you in high school. You know how I remember
Scorpio, like that have the Scorpio in their fifth house. They're going back like, yep.
Well, no, I knew this girl in high school, and she like had like this crazy like boyfriend, and I'm like, you know, looking back on it now, I'm like, ooh, does she have Scorpio in her fifth house or like Mars or something there? You know what I mean? Like you could see that. So it really gives you a lot of information. The fifth house is really a great house, but I love the ancient history and the past life karmas and things like that.
Oh, we got to get into that. That's my topic. Let's talk.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going to get into it. So you guys, hit us up. Let us know what your fifth house is, and have a great weekend.
You guys, and thank you for all your support and love. We love you.
And tell a friend to come to the channel and have some fun.
Yes, and thank you to everyone. And I see all your comments. Omni Awareness is there. Law.
Oh yeah.
Yvonne, the girl from Glasgow. I forget her name, but we watch it, we read it, we're getting to know you. So, like I said, eventually we will go live. We're so close, you guys. We have to hit a certain point, and then it's like we're there. All right.
Oh, and it's gonna be a marathon. When we come on, it's gonna be a pate.
A podcast pate. All right, you guys have a blessed weekend, blessed day.
We'll see you on a manic Monday. Bye, you guys.
Ciao.